Warpugs, it feels like we're coming to the end of something special here. There's only a few of these left. This is JoCat's crap guide to D&D, and this is the Goblins. Now, I don't know why he split them off. I really don't. But there has to be a reason for that, and I'm here for it. I know you are. Warpugs, this is the reason why we do have nice things sometimes, is because of stuff like this. A crap guide to D&D. Here we are with the Goblins. Let's get right into it. Here we go.
What's wrong, you pathetic, sad, procrastinating dungeon master? Can't come up with a worthwhile and interesting combat encounter and you only have half an hour before the session because you spent the last week fascinating about a totally different campaign you wish to run one day but ultimately know you never will because you're in a constant state of prep work and insecurity? That's okay, everybody knows no matter how
that hit a little bit close to home.
how basic the combat is, it's going to take forever anyway thanks to any spellcasters and people on their phones, and is mostly just a chance for the DM to stall for time while they figure out the next story beats. That and an excuse to show off whatever art of the thing the players are fighting that the DM paid $3 grand in commissions or miniatures to make for them. Or you could just grab whatever the nearest thing on your shelf is and say, fuck it, we're fighting this little bastard today. Welcome to a crap guide to D&D.
Let's go.
Goblins are one of the most iconic creatures in Dungeons & Dragons, famous for being low and mid-level cannon fodder, having the respawn rate of a seahorse playing Call of Duty, and being overall superior to kobolds in every way. Goblins are what you default to when you have no idea what the party should be fighting because they're just so splattered all over the realm that everyone just accepts that they can show up anywhere.
Alright, got myself some milk and cookies for some hunts, and I'll open the fridge and I'll put the milk back where it went, and close the fridge and go get my milk.
God, Jesus, what the fuck?
Goblins were originally created by the hobgoblins, who one day got really lazy and decided to make a generation of poor saps that they could shove all their baggage onto and then blame for when the economy they don't have a say in gets destroyed. This has sort of evolved into how goblins mostly live in tribes where the biggest asshole is the leader and everybody else is just sort of used to being treated as poorly as a retail worker. That's not to say all goblins are meek little green muppets. Given enough size and numbers and time to prepare an ambush, and even the most basic goblin squads can turn an 8th level party into the aftermath of eating at White Castle. This is because goblins are a culture constantly raiding like they're trying to get world first and have a knack for throwing themselves at the first thing they see that looks like they could potentially bite its ear off. They're also somewhat smart. Leaders of goblin tribes consistently placing first in tournaments of Connect 4, and the race as a whole frequently mounting and fighting alongside creatures such as wargs, which are oversized wolves that are perpetually angry as people keep stealing their art off Instagram. If you ever decide to play as a goblin, you'll receive a little bit of dex and con from being agile and resilient little gremlins, and the ability to quickly pussy out of combat like you're at a friend's house and the parents started arguing. And Fury of the Small, where you get to punch below the belt and make the enemy's voice go up as many octaves as your player level. Now that's the general idea of what goblins are supposed to be in the Forgotten Realms, but this is D&D, which means everybody breaks the rules more than an episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! And the fact that goblins are so adaptable to so many situations and environments means that there's no limit to how they can be portrayed or what they can be used for. You can make them mindless monsters that fill the last few empty rooms of a dungeon, or adorable little scamps that the party will adopt the instant they see them, or design them so unexpectedly attractive that it'll make people question if they've discovered a new fetish or if it was there all along and this was just its awakening. You too can throw an endless supply of XP at your party while giving them conflicting feelings on stomping on an innocent little cutie pie that was just minding its own business and just wanted a little bit of love. Isn't that right, you sweetie petite? Ow, son of a bitch. And now you know how to use goblins. Booyah!
Do you feel educated? Do you feel elucidated? Are you illuminated? Yes. Warpugs, I love the fact that there are minis for everything. I love the fact that there's now a little goblin mini right here. Goblins are like he said, the most common and unescapable little vermin that you ever have to fight. My DM didn't like putting us against goblins all the time, though. So he would just typically send forth, like, street gangs or something like that. And they might have a goblin in them, but it wasn't going to be the entire thing. It really just depends. Frankly, to be quite honest with you guys, if I played with anybody else but one of my first DMs, and they started throwing out goblins once every 25 minutes, I begin to have a problem. But it is the nature of the beast. One of the funniest encounters that we ever had was my friend rolling a 20 on a charisma check to deceive, and the goblins on the other side of the door both rolling below 5 in order to understand they were being deceived, because it was the dumbest, quite seriously the dumbest bluff ever. What else is there to say? Goblins, guys. Goblins make the world a green place, and we should use them to fertilize the ground in every circumstance. Goblins, they want to return. They yearn for the soil. We must send them there. Warpugs, I'm going to take off from here. All the links are going to be in the description down below, including my own. I feel sad because this is coming to this whole guide is coming to an end, and I know it is. The series is being continued, so I know it's on its way out. So mourn with me, Warpugs. Mourn with me at the same time that we enjoy the time that we have left. I'll catch you guys next time.